keep you in the current state of life that you are in right now. Makes sense that he wants to reduce weight?
No way.
Yeah. He wants to reduce weight, but then his cell phone is a burger, maybe the Pepsi is behind it, and you think. But it's because he is programmed. To get out of that program is difficult. Now, are you getting so far where we are going towards? We agreed, principle number one, we become what we think. But then when we ask the question, why we are not becoming what we want, because we are thinking, then we realize the fact that we are not thinking. We are only thinking consciously 5%. We are led 95% by a program that is downloaded upon us. And if that programming is not been questioned and not unattended, we'll continue the way. But there is a big difference here. In the case of the elephant, it doesn't have an intellect. We cannot educate the elephant. There's a huge difference between the human beings and everything else has been created. The difference is this, that all the animals and the birds are created with a pre-programmed brain. A lion of 5,000 years back and a lion today is a lion. A lion has got no right to decide whether it is going to become a vegetarian, for example. Or a cow can never take a decision that these animals are being cruel to us and I am going to organize the other cows and we are going to fight against that. They don't have. But a man is created in such a way that he is the designer of his own computer. He is also the programmer of his own computer. He is left without design, which is what we call the free will. The challenge of that is that unless you program it, you will be programmed. That's why we say growth has to be intentional. If you don't write the diary of your life, somebody else will diary your agenda and you will live the life for somebody else. Most of the people are living the dream of somebody else because they don't question themselves, what do I want in my life? Because the very the specific way that we human beings are created means that we are responsible and we are accountable. What does it mean? It means you decide who you are. The same humankind, all are created. One became a Hitler, one became Mother Teresa. One became Thomas Edison, one became sleeping in the street. The same human beings, the same potential. But we have the freedom to decide what we want to become and then program accordingly, go for it. Therefore we become. So the huge difference, there's a difference between the elephant and us. The elephant is not accountable. Elephant is living what we call the natural instinct. All other creatures are living under instinct. But we have to design our life. We have to decide what we want to become. When you understand that, then we understand the importance of thinking and our future. So how do we decide? The poor elephant cannot ask this question, am I really being enslaved by this small rope? But a human being can be educated. When we talk about that, it challenges us. And we can come to the reality, is this what I am? So the big question that actually all these classes, what we are trying to do is that challenging ourselves, am I under the limiting beliefs? And where did I get by this limiting belief? Who made me the slave? Why, when there is a freedom to run wild in the open jungle, I run back to my cage of conditioned programming. You call it habits, you call it condition, you call it programming. And who is responsible for that? Yes. Because we have got so much of power and potential. Our potential is unlimited. We can become anything that we want, provided we decide and take it as truth. The idea of a good day is going to come tomorrow at my doorstep is never going to happen. A life which is not examined is a life not worth living. If you wake up in the morning and decide what my day is going to be like, then who is going to control your life? If I don't know what my good day is going to be like, then somebody else is going to control my life. That's what we call the reactive life. We'll discuss that in detail later. Then you become a reactive person rather than a proactive. That is the animal awareness of living. Animals are always acting based on its reactive to the circumstances and reactive to the instincts. It doesn't have anything more to think about. But we have a different responsibility and accountability if we do not think that what I want to become. And then that major decision we take and then we go forward. That is what we are going to cover in the study of the whole book.